Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we're going to be doing another like paint with me, journal with me kind of thing. We are going to be using the Wanderlust Traveler's Notebook insert. I have a playlist down below where we made this entire Traveler's Notebook using the Wanderlust Large. And we're going to be using one of the inserts that I made. Let's see, here we go. For that, and I've only been using this for the journal paint with me. I've only been using this one for the paint with me. I have had no time to actually use it to journal in, so that's kind of sad. But I just put too much on my plate for the past few months, and so this was the first one we did. This was October, and then here is November's one we did, and then that's what I did inside of the Traveler's Notebook. I did all of this on camera. I will put these videos, I'll link that down below as well. So then the next one we're going to do is December. So I'm going to skip a few more pages because once again, I have had no time to do anything, and we're going to put it here. But what I've done is, again, I took a piece of watercolor paper and I cut it down to fit inside of my Traveler's Notebook. Well, almost. I'm going to have to trim it down just a little bit more. Shoot. Let me go ahead and do that real quick. Well, I thought I had it trimmed down enough, but I'm going to take it just a little bit more off of it really quick. And a little bit more. Shoot. I should have looked before I put this away. I am actually even a little bit late. Today is December 1st. I wanted to get this done last week. I wanted to get this recorded last week, but I just ran out of time. Okay, that fits perfectly. So this paper here is a Fabriano hot pressed watercolor paper. It's a smoother finish, and I just happen to have it, and I like it the best. And then we are also going to be using the palettes that we made. These are also I have a video on how I made these. There's 3 sizes. There's the small, the medium, and the large. And they are from the Wanderlust printable palettes and folders. So there's 3 sizes. There is the large, there's the medium, and then the small. So we're going to be using the small palette that we made. I think we made this one on camera. I will link this video below. But it has the Daniel Smith watercolors on one side, and then on this other side, it has the 3 Neocolor 2 wax pastel crayons that I've been using throughout these other 2 videos. So we're going to use the same exact palette that we used in the other 2 videos. And then I also have a few inspiration pieces that we're going to use as well. So I'm going to be using this palette. And I will link these templates below. They're kind of an add-on to the Wanderlust templates themselves, but I will have them linked down below if you're interested. And the video where we made all the palettes. So the first one I did, I painted directly into the Traveler's Notebook insert. And this is on that Rodea paper that I love so much. But it was really hard to turn this into a free printable, which is what this is going to end up being, is a freebie, which will be available only in my Facebook group. I will have that linked below as well. But then this one, I did it on a separate piece of watercolor paper. So it was easier to transfer, or to make this into a printable template for you guys. What else is in here? Oh, the inspiration piece. Isn't that pretty? So all of these are available, again, in my Facebook group that I will have linked down below. So then when I turned it into the printable, then I pasted the printable inside of my Traveler's Notebook. So now we're going to do the December one, and I'm going to get my 2 inspiration pieces out. Aren't those cute? They're not exactly Christmas colors, but I like them all the same. And then I'm going to get, these are the 2 palettes that I'm going to use, and I'm also going to get my paper towel out there. So again, this one is the one that has the Daniel Smith and has the Neocolor 2s on there. We actually made this on camera. I'm going to use this one, and then this one I'm going to talk to you a little bit about. This is a palette that I had made prior to making this one, and this is metallic watercolor. So we're going to see if we can use this on to a piece of printed cardstock once we get this turned into a printable template, because it won't show up otherwise, if that makes sense. So this is something I would add on afterwards. But what I did, let me grab it. I took this palette. This is the Genza Tambi Starry Colors watercolor palette. And I think I used this one. I took this one here. It's Champagne Gold. And I put water in it, and I got the pigment all mixed up in the water, softened it a little bit, and then I kind of scraped it off with a palette knife and then put it onto my palette. So that way I have a little bit of a metallic on the go color if I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle to whatever it was that I was creating. Can you see that? So that's what I did. I'm not sure if it's such a great idea, but there's a whole lot of pigment in these pans, so you're not, I don't think you can hurt them. I mean, you can kind of see the little scrape marks that I put on there when I was scraping with the palette with the palette knife, but it's not going to change the way the watercolor works. And this is a huge palette, so it didn't do any damage at all. So that's what that's about. So we're going to try to use that after I turn it into an actual printable, the painting that we're about to make here. Okay, so I'm going to set this one aside for the minute. So if you're interested in seeing how I made these, there's a video down below. And then I'm also going to be using the watercolor brush, the Nuvo watercolor brush, and the Ranger Mini Mister. And then my pencil, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my little Sharpie, my Jelly Roll white pen, and my pencil. You know what? Maybe I'll get my ruler too. Okay. So, first thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to sketch this out. So I think I'm going to scoot you in a little closer. So I haven't quite decided exactly what I want to do yet. I like the snowman, and I like the ornaments. I mean, these are both going to be included into the freebie printable, but I'm not sure what I want to do with you guys today. One thing that I'm trying to teach you guys is that things don't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be exactly an exact replica of anything. It can be whimsical, and that's kind of the look that I'm going for, just kind of like a whimsical look when I do my watercoloring. Now, if you want to learn how to watercolor, I've said this a bazillion times, Lindsay from the Frugal Crafter, she does a lot of watercolor, and she actually teaches you how to watercolor. So if you want to check out if you want to learn how to watercolor, then I'll link her channel down below as well. This is just a regular mechanical pencil. I did want to tell you that you can use a watercolor pencil as well, and that way when you go to color it in with your watercolor, those lines kind of dissolve a little bit more, because the pencil doesn't really dissolve with water unless you use like a water-soluble graphite pencil, which is also an idea. But I'm just going to use my pencil today, nothing fancy, and I think I am going to do a snowman because I think he's cute. Maybe I'll add some ornaments on his little arms there or something. So basically, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start with giving him some place to sit. I'm just going to make it look, you know, kind of like a rolling kind of hill, kind of like it does here. Just to give it a little bit of depth, right? So then, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this with me sketching on white paper. But these are just guidelines. You do not have to follow them, you know what I mean? They're erasable, or you can just leave them. So now I'm just going to draw 3 very irregular circles, one smaller than the next. I should have grabbed, when my son was younger, I taught his class how to paint snowman on ornaments, and they were so cute, so adorable. We used acrylic and paint it directly onto the ornaments, and they had a ball. I should have grabbed those, but we were just now getting our Christmas stuff out because my youngest son's birthday was this past week, and we always wait until after his birthday to get the Christmas stuff out, just because I feel like, you know, if the Christmas stuff is out, maybe he won't feel like it's his birthday. Okay, so I just erased the lines that I put for like the landscape. So again, remember, these are just all preliminary markings. They don't have to stay this way. And then I think I'm going to try to draw him a little top hat here. So I'm just going to start with a long rectangle and then maybe do a funny shaped top hat with a band, like a ribbon around it. Yeah, perfect. Super sketchy, no big deal. I was thinking, like, this one doesn't have a scarf, so I'm thinking, I wonder if we should add a scarf to this little guy. Let's see if I can get one on here. So I'm just going to add like I may not leave it. We'll see. What is cute? Oh, that's cute. Okay, so then I'm just going to draw a couple circles for his eyes. Why has it got to be a he? I guess because he's wearing a top hat. I don't know. And then like a little crooked carrot stick for his nose. Maybe a little broken off carrot stick for his nose. And I'm going to go ahead and draw some stick hands. Like that, right? Oh, he's looking so cute. And then let's draw him some buttons. What do we think? So far we like. He's cute. Okay, so do we want to add anything else to this drawing before we go? Oh, let's just go ahead and add some ornaments. Why not? Let's scoot him down so we can add two on one side here. And we're just gonna give it a little hook, and then just draw another ornament here with a hook. Cute. And then maybe one over here. I like it so far. Okay. All right, I'm going to erase some of those lines that don't need to be there. Okay. All right. What do we think? Do we like? I like. All right, I'm going to get the palette out now, and I think that I'm going to stick with the purple and blue snowman look, but I think I'm going to start, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use the blue that's on the Neo Color 2 palette versus the blue that is part of the Daniel Smith watercolor. So I'm going to go ahead and spray my purple, and then I'm going to flip this up a little bit and spray my blue. And then, alright, I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to get some of this purple going. I don't need a whole lot of pigment, and let's see. I think I'll just start. Now, the thing about a snowman, when you make a snowman, right, they're not smooth. They are very bumpy looking, so you don't have to be super smooth about that. So, I'm just going to go through here. Where's my paper towel? And I'm going to start just by putting this purple on the one side of the little snowman guy. We should give him a name. I'm going to put a little bit of water out here on my palette. Oops, I thought I had put some medium on there, but I didn't, but that's okay. I'm just going to smooth some of these edges out a little bit. Alright, so now I'm going to flip over to the blue over here. Just a little bit. Let's put some right here on this plastic, that acetate that I put there. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to come over here from one side. Alright, so while that's drying, we're going to go ahead and spray the black, and let's go ahead and paint his little top hat. Remember, I've told you guys I am not good about leaving white space. So that's why I've got a white jelly roll, just in case. I'm not real good about leaving it. Alright, so then I'm also going to get a little bit of this pink. I'm not going to spray it, but I'm just going to get it with my wet brush here, because the color comes down. I mean, the water comes down into the brush pretty good. Let's give him a pink. Let's add a little bit of purple to that. Super cute. And then I think I'm going to mix some of this pink really quick and some of this yellow. Whoops, I should be doing that over here. And I'm going to make the orange for the carrot. Just a little bit. Just to kind of block in that color. And then let's go ahead and add some color to the eyes. And then the buttons. And then the little pieces, the little coal pieces for the mouth. I'm still debating on what color I want his little scarf to be, so that's why I'm kind of like holding off on that. All right, let's make like a brownish color. I think, well, here, let's try this one. This one here is, yeah, this one's a brownish color. Ish, it's a brownish color. Oops, stick my finger in the yellow. Don't do that. So I'm just gonna like make it twig-like. Perfect. All right, what color should his scarf be? I kind of want to change this pink to a little bit more not so bright. Maybe add a little bit of black to it. That's too much black. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is like coming down in buckets right now. Well, I guess maybe his scarf maybe should match his top hat. So let me get a little bit of this pink color. We'll just start there. That's cute. Okay. So then let me kind of try to match a little bit. Right now I'm just adding darkness where the shadow would naturally be. Whoops, I'm not getting any pigment. And then maybe just a little bit of black. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so then let's do some of these little ornaments here. Whoa, too much color. And they don't have to be perfectly shaped either. Just go with the flow. Let's make more of a wine color one over here. What other colors should we do? Those are not perfect circles. I don't know how well y'all can see that, but look, they're just like little blobs at the moment. And I'm not going to paint the hook in yet because, well, I guess I could add that little top part. You're not really going to be able to see it. It's such a tiny little thing. I just figured I would use my little Sharpie pen to put that detail in there. Alright, so okay, I think I'm going to let that dry. I'm going to move on to like the snow that it's sitting on. And I'm going to grab some of this green over here that's in this palette, only because I think that when you make a snowman, when you roll everything up into a ball, you kind of leave some of this grass exposed. So I kind of just want to maybe add just a little bit of that down here at the bottom first. And, you know, maybe even some of these other places where you might have, oh look, I've got that in my palette, where you might have gotten snow from to build your little snowman. Okay, so then I think I'm going to add some purple. Oops, I just accidentally sucked up some of that purple into my brush. And I'm just going to kind of go through here and do a little bit of like shadowing. And maybe add some of that blue. It's too much blue. It's really hard for me to talk and paint at the same time. Maybe add just a tad purple here and there. Might have been too much. Alright, so now I'm going to take some of this black. My palette keeps moving away from me. Once again, I'm working way further away from myself than I would like to be. I'm going to use that, make a grayish purple color over here. And I'm going to use that underneath the snowman. And then I'm also going to use it in between these layers here. And as a shadow under the scarf there. And a shadow under the hat. Yeah, that's looking cute. The green is starting to bother me though, so I think I'll have to come back, I think, with my white gel pen and add some white in there because I would like it to be just a little bit less green. Oh, I forgot to, did I do, or did under the scarf, I'll do it again. Alright, I'm going to add some more detail to his little hat. And I'm going to add a little more detail to his little nose. Alright, so I'm going to get some of this flesh colored Neo Color 2 wax pastel there. And add some water to that. And I'm going to go around the snowman with that color. I feel like it just gives it like this vintage vibe, you know? I thought about doing like a Christmas tree and stuff, but I just feel like that not everybody celebrates Christmas. So, and I know not everybody has snow either. But snowmen are a lot of fun, I think, to paint. I'm going to flip him around so I don't get my hand in it. A lot of you guys have been telling me how much you really enjoyed doing these little paint with me's, getting you out of your box a little bit, you know, getting you looking outside the box. So I'm really glad that you guys are having a good time with it. And I'm going to come down to the bottom here, add some of this color. I might need to get a little bit more. Just to kind of tie that in. Oh, what happened there? I like it. You guys, I know it's going to be hard for you guys to see, but go ahead a few bit, make it a little bit darker around my snowman. Okay, so then I'm going to go back to the blue. I better get a better. And I'm going to add this to the top. Let me flip it around. The glare makes it hard for me to see. All right, I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I think he's dry. So before I do any more painting, I'm going to take my little Sharpie pen and I'm going to add in sort of the little whimsical like outline thing that I like to do. And then when I'm doing the snowman itself, I'm going to be wiggly because we all know that snowmen are not smooth. And this will just help define some of these little details. So cute. Oh, I forgot his little arms. Put that little hook on there. And his eyeballs, and his little broken carrot. So cute. See, he looks better already. He looks way cooler than he did a second ago. And that's in my opinion, of course. Alright, let's see. I'm just going to take the Jelly Roll, number 10, and I'm going to add some sparkle in his eye. Little dots on the coal. And, of course, the ornaments need some sparkle as well. This little scarf. Oh, he looks cute. Okay, so now let's go see if I can get some more white here in the snow. Alright, now I think I'm just going to take maybe soften some of that gel pen out just a little bit. Oh, I like it. I think it turned out cute. We're gonna have to name him, you guys. You guys are gonna help me name him. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think we should name this little guy. I like it. Alright, I'm gonna put my initials over here. Just really quick. Oh, I'm also gonna write December on a separate paper really quick so I don't mess this up, right? So I think I'm gonna use, I think I'll use the black again. So this is the hematite from the Daniel Smith Primatech set. Okay, got that good and ready to go. And I'm just going to write this on a separate sheet so that I don't mess up my painting. Plus, I don't have to worry about staying in a straight line when I do it this way. If I start going downhill, I can fix it. Yeah. So once again, I'm not going to put the year, so that way you guys could use these whenever you want, these drawings, these paintings. So you could use them for January if you wanted to. Alright, so I'm just going to go through and darken some of this up. Whoops, got a little wiggly there. There, that looks good. Alright, I'm going to go turn this into a printable, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I turned the originals into the Freebie Friday on a Saturday. And this is what they're going to look like. Here's the one we just painted, and I added the December on top of the page there, and then I did a few little smaller versions. And then there is one of the inspiration pieces. That's this one right here. And then there is the other inspiration piece. So there's that one right there. So those are the 3 different sheets of the Freebie Friday that you're going to get this time. You have to get it in my Facebook group. I'll put a link down below. It's only available in my Facebook group. I get asked about it all the time. So that is the only way I can provide free templates currently. So if you're not a member of my Facebook group, go ahead and hit that link and request to join, and my mom will check you out to make sure that you're a person, and then she will accept you into the group. And then all those nice people in there will help you find these files. But they're a lot of fun, and I only did these couple sizes because I realized that you can print these off smaller. So when you print off a PDF, you can choose to print it off at 75% or whatever percentage that you want. So I didn't put a whole bunch of different sizes, okay? So I went ahead and trimmed some of them up. I'm not going to use the Inspiration Santa, or not Santa, the Inspiration Snowman in this one, and some of the littler pieces, but I did cut up these 2 pieces. Where's the, whoopsie, have I lost them? What happened to them? Oh, there they are. I did cut up some of the little ornaments. So I'm going to set these other things aside for now. I'm not going to use this one, but I am going to use that one. And the inspiration pieces. Okay, first let's start there. Let me go ahead and add, not the inspiration pieces, let me go ahead and add the original in here like that. Should I skip another page? I could do some journaling there. Maybe I'll just stick it right here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue it in. I'm just going to use some art glitter glue. And I'm going to glue it into my traveler's notebook here. Well, looks like I need to clean the tip of my glue. Make sure it stays. Or maybe I just need to get my new bottle out. So I'm just going to put this in here. It should fit pretty good. And then, like all the other times before, I'm going to go ahead and make a pocket out of this first page so that I can add the other pieces in here so I can have them all together. So I'm just going to glue the top and bottom. So if you wanted to use this like as a monthly thing, you could just make sure you have enough pages for your month, you know, and you can go through and do a page a day, like the December daily things that people like to do. I've never done a December daily. One day I'm gonna have to try that. Okay, so before I stick this in, I'm gonna put this here like that, and then I'm gonna put, I think I'm gonna put these ornaments hanging down, maybe on this side like that. So, but before I do that, I promised you guys I'd show you what that gold watercolor paint looks like on here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you. I've already, let me put my pen in here. I have already tested this out, so I know what's going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get this wet. I'm going to spray it. I have a laser jet, so when a laser printer, I don't know about a laser jet, but it's a laser printer. So I have discovered that this watercolor, this is just on 32-pound printer paper, and so I've discovered that this won't stick to wherever the ink has been put down. So you can just add your little shimmery detail and it'll only stick to the white paper, so it won't stick to where the ink has laid down. It kind of wants to puddle up and move away from that, if that makes sense. So it kind of gives it this really cool highlight effect on the white part. So it leaves all the color, but adds it to the white paper, if that makes sense. So let's put some on his body here. So it's only going to stick to the parts that are paper and not ink. Right, so it should just give it a cool little effect. Put some on his little magic hat. Right? So I forgot over here. Let's put some on the ornaments, the little white parts of the ornaments. So see, it gives it this really cool shimmery look. It'll do the same thing on cardstock too. I don't think it has anything to do with the paper. It's just that it's laser. Now if you've got an inkjet, you're going to have to experiment on that because I don't know how that one would work. Let's put a little bit on his scarf. So anywhere that there's white paper exposed, you can jazz it up. I just think that's cute. Just gave him a little extra something something. And let's go ahead and do that to the ornaments too. What the heck. I don't know how much will show on the ornaments. Probably not much. Spruce them up a little. I like it. It's so cute. So this does work if you want to take the time, get some more water in there. If you want to take the time to do that, it does work to add that gold to your palette if you would like. All right, let's do this one. Or silver, or whatever color that you want to add. It does work. So, or you could just get you a nice gold shimmer pen. Like the jelly pens and all those have some metallics. You can just grab one of those and throw it in your little travel pouch. That is so cute. Okay. So I wanted to show you that it does work, and it does work on things you print. But it's only gonna, for a laser printer, it's only gonna stick to the white paper. So I don't know how much of that you can really see. Because I have a big glare, so I can only see so much. I can only see so much of the sparkle, and I don't know what you can see. I'm just moving it around just a little bit more. So yeah, I like it. All right. So now, before we put these in here, I'm going to take my ink, if I've got it out still. I do. This is just Distress Oxide Walnut Stain, what I've been using for like, it seems like a year now. It's just been what's on my my workspace here. It's just been what's been sitting out, you know. I've really been enjoying seeing all of your all's pictures that you've been putting on my Facebook group. All of the drawings you guys have been doing, all the paintings. It's so cute. It's so cute. It's so cool to see all of that. Okay. You know what, let me ink the edges of this. The paint's still just a little wet. Maybe ink the edges of this. So this is just a really fun, cool way you can just jazz everything up really fast. Print these out, add a little sparkle to them, or paint your own. Right, let me glue this down first. I'll add my calendar at another time. I keep saying that. Did I add my November? I don't think I added my November calendar. You got to be careful with this art glitter glue. It'll show through paper if you put too much, if you make it too thick. So I'm just going to go around the edges there. Try to get this on straight. Just like that. Okay, so then I'm going to add my ornaments. I think I'm going to add them kind of like this. Or do I want to add them like this? Where they're kind of going down the page like that. That's cute. I like that. So first I'm going to tack this top one. And then I'm going to tack this bottom one. And then come back and glue them down. Alright, let's do this one first. Glue him down. Yeah, let's glue this one down. So cute. I think that gold metallic, I think that is looking pretty spiffy on there. I think that really made it look nice. I really like that. Okay, so yeah. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I decided to do that. I'm glad I decided to try it on the palette. I hope you guys can see the little sparklies. Just adds something to it. I just like it. I like it a lot. What we got falling out here? Oh, last week's stuff. Let me go ahead and put the inspiration pieces in here before I forget. And I'm going to go ahead and put the December that I wrote out. I'm going to put that in there. And then I'll have to, should I go ahead and write that in gold? Will you even see it? Let's see if I can get that to, if I can write out 2018 in gold here. Yeah, looks good. Whoops. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, you guys, so I just took a minute there and I just kind of liquefied all that distress ink and just made it look more watercolor-y. I just really like it, and it doesn't bother me a bit that it crinkles up my paper. I like that a lot. I really like the way this turned out. I really, really do. So I hope you guys give this a try. And if you do, please tag me in it in Facebook or on Instagram or Pinterest or whatever. Please hashtag me so I can see it when I search every now and then. For my name, the stuff that you guys tag me in pops up so I can see it. And you'll know if I've seen it because I'll give you a thumbs up. But anyway, so if you want this Freebie Friday on a Saturday, I'll have a link below. It's only available in my Facebook group. And then there'll be a link below to an Amazon list if you're interested in any of the products that I used. Also, the palettes, the folders and palettes are part of the Wanderlust. It's like an add-on. I will have that link down below too as well if you're interested in printing off and making your own little travel palettes. And the video for that is also below. So if you want to check out how to do that, I'll have all that linked below. And I guess that's really all I got for you guys. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.